Welcome everyone, I am Naveen Valecha and I'm excited to talk about personalization in GovCMS. This is a crucial step in creating engaging user-centric digital experiences. Today we'll explore two tools, custom meta tags and convivial profiler that allow us to dynamically adapt content to user needs. By the end of this talk, you will understand why personalization is critical for government websites and how to implement smart metadata and behavior-driven content. What are the ways to enhance user engagement and accessibility in GovCMS SaaS? Let's dive in and unlock the power of personalized digital experiences. I am Naveen Valecha. I work as a technical architect at Moft. I specialize in building smarter, personalized GovCMS websites that are user-centric and accessible. I have contributed to the Drupal community for years. I do co-maintain DrupalSouth and work on personalization tools like Convivial Profiler and custom meta tags. I believe that government websites should be as intuitive as any modern websites, and personalization is actually the key to make it that happen. Today I'll show you how. Thanks for being here. Let's actually dive in. So why we are actually here today? Because the personalization is no longer optional. It is actually essential for effective digital experiences, especially for the government sites based on GovCMS SaaS, where users are actually diverse and expect relevant content and accessible one too. Today we'll explore custom metadata for creating dynamic meta tags and convivial profiler for understanding users in real time. These tools help ensure that every user receives content tailored to their needs, whether it's through personalized navigation or contextual information. Most importantly, this session is all about practical solutions. You will walk away with number of actionable insights on how to actually make your GovCMS sites dynamic and user-focused, not a static repositories of information. Let's actually make websites that adapt the users and not the other way around. So the brief introduction, personalization is actually not a buzzword for GovCMS or government websites. It's actually a necessity. So the users on the government websites come from incredibly diverse backgrounds with varying needs, languages, and accessibility requirements. One size which has been created for the website content, it simply doesn't work for everyone. So citizens actually expect website to adjust dynamically to their own context, what they are after onto the website, whether it's the kind of the information they need or the language they do prefer, or even accessibility. Through personalization, we can actually make GovCMS not just a content management system, but a responsive and inclusive platform that serves every citizen effectively. And this is what we are aiming to achieve through today's tools and approaches. So what are the business impact of the personalization? So it is not just about improving the aesthetics or being trendy. It has actually a real business and social impact, especially in context of the government services that we do use. First, personalization leads to significantly higher user engagement. So people actually stay longer. They actually find the relevant information, what they need, and are actually satisfied with their own experience. So it directly affects outcomes. So when a particular content is actually tailored for what I need, the user directly there is actually higher conversion rates, whether it means for the citizen services, completing a particular application on a government website, or finding a critical information in term when it is emergencies. Finally, it's essential for compliance. Personalization helps us meet accessibility standards and deliver inclusive experiences. It's not just good practice, it's actually a requirement for public trust and effectiveness. So the first part of it is the basics, what exactly is the meta tags. These are actually often underestimated, but are actually powerful elements of any modern website or platform, including Drupal. At their core, meta tags are actually small pieces of HTML that provide critical information about a particular page, information that search engines or social platforms and even accessibility tools used to actually understand and present your content. Why do they matter for personalization? Because meta tags can dynamically adapt based on who is visiting, ensuring content previews, SEO detail, and even shareable snippets are tailored for the user context. From the title tags to open graph tags to the custom meta tags, they all are actually essential tools in shaping not how your content is found, but how it resonates with users. Understanding and leveraging meta tags effectively is step one to a personalized digital experience. So let's actually take a moment to actually understand that how custom meta module evolved. Originally, it was developed as a standalone module to empower the site builders to define custom meta tags without complex coding. This flexibility was crucial for early adopters. Later, recognizing that there was a more adoption of this module, and it was actually absorbed within the big and powerful meta tag module. Now it is being known as a meta tag custom tags. So this step actually made it easier to manage meta tags directly through the admin Drupal interface. Most importantly, it ensured fully compatibility with the GovCMS, enabling government websites to actually benefit from dynamically and personalized metadata, all through actually a secure and maintainable framework. So this evolution highlights how tools adapt to meet growing demands for personalization in the public sector itself. So how custom tags works in GovCMS? So how does actually function within a government-based website? First, site builders and editors can actually define their own custom meta tags directly through the Drupal admin interface. So now they do not need to actually write custom code or the PHP plugins. So this is a huge win for the flexibility and the ease of use. Second, you can create tags for the SEO optimization, social sharing, like the open graph and any other meta tags which are not being provided out of the box by the meta tag module, or even you can actually tailor content using your own personalized metadata. Finally, it's actually now fully integrated within the GovCMS websites. You can actually try it even today. It maintains all the necessary compliance and standards for government websites. This is how dynamic personalized metadata becomes actually a practical tool for content teams. Let's quickly see how to manage custom meta tags using meta tag custom tags module. First, install the module through the Drupal interface. Once this module actually enabled, head to the custom meta tag settings. So now you can actually add new tags by specifying the name, type, and value. So there is no coding required. So editing and removing tags is also as simple as that, adding it. This actually helps you to keep metadata optimized for SEO, personalization, and social sharing. It's actually a streamlined way to manage dynamic metadata directly within the GovCMS itself. So as we are actually seeing in this example, so one of the meta tag has been created and it has been updated. Now we'll actually look at the source of this particular page. Now we can actually see the new meta tag instantly appeared onto the website. Now we'll actually see that how when we actually make an update to the meta tag, see now the value of this particular custom tag has been updated. It is now getting saved. Now the page is getting refreshed and instantly we see the results. And in the same way, it goes for when we actually delete a particular tag. So over here, we are actually flushing the cache so that the config metadata gets updated. So now we don't see this particular tag appearing over here. See, it's gone now. So the second piece is the convivial profiler. So introduction about one of the key personalization engine, so the convivial profiler. So this is a lightweight JavaScript library designed to actually track user behaviors such as page views, From these behaviors, it dynamically built a profile that helps personalize the user experience on the website. Importantly, Convivial Profiler takes the privacy-first approach. All the tracking data that stays within the user browser, nothing is shared externally or stored on any server, and it never captures PII. This ensures compliance with the privacy regulations. Finally, what makes it more powerful is its ability to adjust both content and meta tags on the fly, making GovCMS websites responsive to each user needs in real time. That how Convivial Profiler actually build the user profile or persona. Understanding how Convivial Profiler builds user profile is actually key to appreciating its power. Firstly, it tracks user behavior in real time. This includes actions like clicks or page user visits. Based on these interactions, it creates a profile that reflects each user's interest and behavior based on predefined rules. Second, and crucially, all data is actually stored locally in the user's browser. This ensures that we meet privacy standards such as and maintains trust with users by never storing or sharing their personally identifiable information. Finally, these profiles are actually used dynamically to adjust content on your website, creating a personalized, responsive experience for every visitor. So this site evolves with the user, providing the most relevant content at each moment is the user is actually visiting to the other section of the website. Let's deep dive into how we can actually integrate Convivial Profiler with your Drupal and GovCMS website. Firstly, the JavaScript library needs to be added to your theme. So this library actually captures user interactions as user navigate through the website. Second, you can actually configure profiling rules, for example, defining which interaction should influence the user profile, like visiting specific pages or clicking on key actions. Finally, once this data is actually being calculated, you can use it to adjust content dynamically. This creates actually a tailored experience for every user based on the real-time behavioral insight, all while keeping everything contained within the GovCMS framework and compliant with the public sector standards. So let's actually quickly see how we can actually integrate Convivial Profiler within the GovCMS website. First, we are actually creating a custom tag type. So this way, so now this actually places meta tag on every page of the website. So every page of the website should designate what type of content a user is visiting. So we are using a token now. Now we are actually looking at what particular theme the site has. So this site has this demo theme. So as we can actually see, so now we'll integrate the Convivial Profiler into the current theme. So we are over here under the theme settings. We are merely adding a single text area field to actually store the Convivial Profiler's settings. That's just a small snippet. As you could actually see that I have actually kept a personalized profiler rule to track the type of the content. So this rule identifies what is the type of the content which user have visited a lot. So now we'll define the library in the theme settings. So this is a small definition of the library, and now the library has been included. So we need a trigger in the Drupal to actually activate this library. So this small snippet is now attaching this particular library to the page once it gets loaded. Now it's actually time to pass the stored profiler rules via Drupal settings so that JS snippet could actually read it and pass it onto the Convivial Profiler library. Now it's time to visit a page. So first we'll actually check the type of the content in the meta tag. So we can see the type of the content is GovCMS standard page. Then we'll actually check the local storage. Did library calculated the type underscore top? Can you see the type underscore top local storage variable? It has been calculated based on the defined profiler rule. It means the user has visited this type of page. So this is, so did you find this JSON snippet scary? I also do. So do not need to worry about it. So there is actually a tool which prepare this JSON for us. We don't prepare it manually. So we'll cover that in the later slides, that how to utilize this particular tool. So let's take a look at some practical example of personalization in GovCMS. Suppose a resident as a resident of Sydney visits a government website. They should actually see the services and policies relevant to their own state rather than general national information. Similarly, if a user frequently accesses some specific resources, the site should highlight similar or updated content to ensure that personalized experiences remain transparent, accessible, and legally compliant. Some real-world use cases are location-based content displaying region-specific services and policies to the users. Some user interaction-based adoption. Same with the metadata compliance, ensuring that structured metadata aligns with the regulation for transparency and accessibility. So let's actually bring the personalization to life with a demo of how this works in GovCMS. First, we'll show that how Convivial Profiler tracks user interaction to build dynamic profiles, all live and in real time. You will see how these profiles influence both content and meta tags instantly, ensuring every user see the most relevant version of their website. And most importantly, this is happening seamlessly within the GovCMS SaaS website. No complicated integrations required, as we have actually seen earlier in the previous slides. So now I'm actually switching to the demo. So what's possible when personalization is embedded right into the government digital experience stack. This is not sharing.
And is there one extend? No. Where's the... Sorry, I can't see the thing.
I can actually put it in the same place.
Can you drag it?
Just want to bring it. What do you just want to bring this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just drag it out. Just drag it over here. Cool. You're right to be able to drop it from there.
So I just logged out from this particular website. So let me actually make myself as a first-time user onto this website by removing cookies and everything. So as you would able to actually see that I have landed onto this particular website first time. So I could actually see a section called Top Tasks based on what kind of visitor I am. So it's actually I'm a general audience for this particular website. So there is a nice block which I have actually placed on this particular website for this particular demo behind the scenes of your experience. So what this block does is it actually reads the value from the local storage and directly displaying it inside this particular block with a nice and beautiful open source library called Personified. So now I have visited it once. I'll refresh this page, and now it has at least this Convivial Profiler library has started building my persona, my visits based on it. Now, as you could actually see that I have visited one page and my experience has been calculated. So this is and the what kind of language and all different values which we are seeing based on the based on the predefined personalized profilers. Now this section called top tasks. So it is referring now if the user will if I'll express my interest that I am interested in site owners. So when I'll go to the site owners, so it means I have expressed my interest in it. Now the next time when after reading through it, next time when I'll go to the home page again, now my persona has been built. Now it is started offering me what are the top tasks for the site owners, because I express my interest as the site owner. Now the tasks which are specific for the site owner started appearing over here. And I could actually see that the what kind of audience am I? So I am a audience which actually belongs to the site owners. So there was one of the one of the personalized profiler which we created called top type. So we have only visited this home page so far, which belongs to section content type. So now we'll actually go to the to another type of another content, let's say article, and we'll visit that article couple of two or more times, so that the library should actually build my should understand that I am more interested in the articles and not in any other. So can you see that my type top is still section? If I'll refresh and give it another, I landed on another article too, then it will actually start showing me that no, you are really interested in articles, you are not interested in any other section of the website. Coming back the privacy compliances in mind. So there is a set of the snippet which could be before. So currently the website does not actually hold any PII, does not get any PII or any other tracking, but this particular consent preference could also be taken from the user, that what kind of if we actually deal with the cookies, this particular demo does not deal with the cookies, even though the first party cookies we don't deal with the user first party cookies. But in case someone actually write their own personalized profiler in a way that they deal with the cookies, then they should actually take the user consent on the first visit of the website. So this particular feature is also available in it as part of this particular demo. However, it was not activated, but I thought it's worth to actually show it when it comes to the compliances. Coming back to the presentation. No worries.
Let's go back to the yeah. Ah, sorry.
So coming back to to make personalization easy and practical, so Convivial Profiler offers a powerful builder tool that actually allow you to create tailored scenarios without any deep dive coding knowledge. So we'll actually look at the things which you actually looked scary. It will actually look you very easy when you'll start using this builder to actually create your own personalized scenarios. You can actually map how the data flows, from which channel the user is actually coming from, the data which user is actually bringing on, and what kind of the action you want to actually play along with it. So we'll actually see that into action now. something. All right, there you go. I'll use a direct click of. There you go. This builder.convivial.io. So over here you could actually define your site ID and then you could actually define what kind of, let's say, audiences, what kind of the audiences do I have on the website, audience test and all the different type of audiences, and it does provide a nice and powerful UI. To actually create your own profilers. There you go. What are the key considerations for implementing it? So the technical requirements, make sure that your GovCMS site is running on the Drupal 10 or 11, and you can actually handle the JavaScript integrations securely. Secondly, privacy and compliance are actually non-negotiable. You need to ensure that you respect the user data privacy and maintain accessibility standards. So this includes using local storage and never ever collecting the personal identifiable information. Lastly, personalization is actually not a one-time project. So you need to actually monitor your personalized scenarios, that how users are actually engaging with it, and continue to refine your strategies based on the data which you are actually retrieving. By following these principles, you can actually create a personalized approach that is actually both impactful and responsible. So the final thoughts as we wrap up, let's reflect on what personalization means for GovCMS. First, personalization is no longer optional. It's actually a necessity for the government websites that aim to be user-centered, accessible, and trusted. Personalized content can actually drive better engagement, improve service delivery, and meet the needs of the user. Second, the good news is that there are tools that are already available to achieve this. Convivial Profiler and Metatag custom tags are already and available. They are actually fully compatible with the GovCMS and provide a scalable way to implement personalization today. So finally, the path forward is personalization will be necessary to meet rising citizen expectations and regulatory requirements around accessibility and inclusivity. So let's embrace personalization as a key strategy to deliver smarter, more engaging digital experiences. We have already delivered this for 2 of the federal agencies. So some of the resources and for the further reading before we wrap up. So these are the essential resources which you can actually explore more about the tools and concepts we have gone through today. So these resources will help you to actually move from theory to practice, ensuring that personalization's efforts are effective, ethical, and user-centered. Thank you for joining this session on unlocking GovCMS personalization. I hope you have gained valuable insights on how to make government websites smarter and more engaging, and specifically user-focused. Now I would like to actually hear from you. What are your thoughts, questions, or challenges when it comes to personalization in GovCMS? Opening the floor to discussion. And if you actually feel to see the demos, so I showcased only one personalized scenario. You can actually build more personalized scenarios. If you want to actually see that into action, you can actually come to the MOV stand, or you could actually connect with us. So we can actually continue building more personalized and accessible government websites together. Yes.
Is there a way for a customer to change their audience? So just say you have beginner intermediate experience and they click on experience.
Yeah, so these are all content. So these audience is a type of content on the website. So this is actually this is complete dependent onto the data. So the audiences are predefined onto the website itself. You can actually add more audiences and delete them. So audience is a type of content on this demo website. So every page has actually a link to the what kind of the audience this content should be served to. So since audience is actually completely flexible and is in the hand of the site owners, they could add X number of audiences, and once this particular personalized scenario would be there, once as their audiences grow, type of the different audiences, they can actually add more or remove the existing ones. Yes, please.
Sorry, I think the question's more about whether users can change the audience that they find themselves in once they visit. How's that part?
No, the visitors can't.
Or is it like, can they just, other than clearing cookies, which a lot of our users kind of do, how do they get back to that state?
The visitors on the website can't change the audiences on their own. As they move from section to section on the website, their audience type automatically gets updated.
So it's dynamic now.
Exactly.
You just mentioned audience current as well. You can select into that. The concept of a current audience as well. That would be an interesting concept to discuss.
Right. So there is a section on the website where the user could actually go from particular section to another section. They will be categorized into the different audience type. Yes, please.
I'm interested with the personalization of the audience type. Can that go beyond navigation to say
Exactly.
to form elements?
Yes.
Say,
Yes.
For example, you build in a form and you click on the drop down, an inquiry form, and you said you were an owner, a site owner in this case. And that.
Yeah, so I only covered one personalized scenario. There are a lot more you could actually build. So the builder tool allows you to actually create as many as based on the different channels. You need to actually define from which particular channel a visitor is coming from. Let's say a visitor is coming from a campaign email. You need to actually define what is the source from which the user is coming from. What data is it bringing? You can actually define a processor for that, and what kind of action you want to take based on that particular. Do you want to actually store? Do you want to mark that particular user, or want to specify some specific type of content to that user? You can actually tailor that out, and that particular type of content will actually start displaying to that particular user itself. Yes, please.
Is it possible to generate a report for each page?
Yes, so there is a data layer action plugin which is available in the builder.convivial.io. So you can actually send the event to the data layer. So my colleague last year presented in Wellington that how awesome reports we are actually generated for the customers, which I have actually mentioned. If you want to actually know more about it, that how it is actually performing for the websites where we have actually built, you could actually reach out to us on our stand. We are actually happy to share how we are actually showcasing and evaluating the data with the help of the Looker Studio reports to actually make the decisions further, and how to actually how the site owners can actually improve their personalized workflows. The piece which I have actually presented, that is actually one part of the personalization strategy of Morphed. So it's actually part of the bigger ecosystem. So that is actually one section I have actually showcased. If there is no one else, then it's thank you.